The NBA 2K24 news cycle has just started, so I figured this is the perfect time to bring back a series that we used to do for all the new NBA 2Ks, Bring It or Leave It. And the title is pretty self-explanatory, so we're going to jump right in at Bring It. Build variety. Now, the last couple years, NBA 2K has been loosening up on the limits of what kind of player you can make and being more lenient on making taller players. And I personally think it's made for great variety in a game where we used to see every single guard was either a play shot or a slashing playmaker. And of course, we still see versions of these builds, but they all have their own little tweaks in their name depending on their skill set. And in every game, there is going to be a meta, but to me, the builds in this game have made it so you can be competitive and have fun while still doing your own thing build-wise. Unless you're just one of those people who put as many of your points as you can into skills and don't touch your physicals, you are doomed, meta or not. Leave it. The historically high cost to max out a player. 2K23 has the highest recorded cost of maxing out a player in the history of NBA 2K. With this game being a full-price AAA title, it doesn't make sense for the most popular game mode that everyone plays to be a super expensive pay-to-win. People have been floating the idea to make NBA 2K a free-to-play recently, which after NBA 2K23, I'm not gonna lie, that sounds awesome to me. And while I don't think they will do that, going into 24, let's leave that milk 'em dry system behind and opt for giving the consumer more bang for our buck, and people will willingly spend money on the game versus twisting their arm with $80 builds. So let's leave that in 2K23. In 24, let's not make it be so expensive to finish your player out. Bring it, the season pass rewards. I hate to break it to y'all, but the battle pass era is just beginning. And I don't hate it when it's done right because you incentivize your player base and reward them with fun prizes for playing the game and actually staying on it grinding. But when it's done wrong or not as good as it can be, that's when we leave it. Useless level rewards. With the battle pass / leveling system, the higher you get up in the leveling, usually the value of the rewards increase. The problem with 2K rewards is that the higher up you go, the rewards have no value to the player base outside of a very small portion of the community. For example, the level 40 reward is usually a cosmetic or some kind of vehicle. So that would be a whole season's worth of grinding for a mascot that once had value in like 2K16 in that era, but all these years later, no one really cares about a mascot like that. And if you don't play Park, then it has literally no use to you. And the vehicles are the same as the mascot. Sure, they're more practical, but my favorite part about the city and next gen is fast travel. And on current gen, we're on a boat, so what use does these vehicles have? I'm gonna get to level 40 so I can ride a Grand Theft Auto oppressor 10 feet to the next court. What they could do instead is poll the community like they have already been doing. They've been doing it all year, if not longer. But this time, implement some of those ideas that the community gives you. Any ideas that you guys agree, like as a group, that could be beneficial and feasible. And do like FIFA does with their rewards. Give them options. Put multiple choices for each level. Give 3 options for a person to choose which one they want. But leave the level 40 mascots and vehicles in 23. Bring it, the 3 adrenaline burst system. While there are some dribblers who don't like this and there are some people on the other side who think that it wasn't as effective as it should have been, I liked it. I liked it on offense and defense. You can't spam the passing lanes, well, people still do it, but you can't do it as effectively as you once could. It slowed down left-right cheesers and players who just dribble the air out the ball. Now you have to pay a little bit of consequences at least. And it didn't really hurt me in any kind of way on offense or defense. So yeah, let's bring that back. Leave it, the city story. Now I enjoyed the change of pace after playing my first next gen 2K on 2K22. But after 23 built on to all of the extraness that the 22 story was all about, I think I've had my fill. We got to go platinum with Cole in Dreamville. We had a Tyra Banks gimmick. And we even started our own Rockaware. But now it's time to get back to hoops. Moving forward, let's make this story an optional way to get some additional VC and cutscenes. And with that being said, bring it, Mycareer feeling important again. Now, I know there's a portion of y'all out there who was not old enough or weren't playing NBA 2Ks to know about this little time period I'm about to speak on. But there was a point in the formative years of my career where the selling point was taking your NBA player from a trash rookie to an NBA superstar and winning an NBA championship. And all of the online stuff was just the icing on the cake. But in this current day and age, the Mycareer game mode has turned into a badge grind arena for most of the community and nothing more. I'm aware that the money is in the online game modes, but it doesn't hurt your game at all to put in that extra love into the presentation like they used to. Things like playoff graphics and finals logos being on the floor and the finals patches being on the jerseys, all things that were in the older games and haven't been in the recent ones. But maybe I'm nitpicking. Moving on, leave it core badges. I actually like the concept of core badges, but not in today's NBA 2K Mycareer. The game mode is already a hell of a grind, but when you put core badges on top of the amount of VC and my points it takes to grind a player to 99, it kind of feels like artificially increasing playtime to me. The old gen build system this year was perfect, especially when you factor in the 4 additional badges from the Rebirth builds, the 4 badges you get for Sam, and the 4 to 5 extra badges you get from the flashback games. Bring that same system from old gen and 23 to both games next year, and that would be lovely. Bring it. Now this one is important to me, and I know we won't get it anytime soon, but I gotta put it out there because everything I ask for in these videos eventually happens. We should bring, and this is not in 23, an anti-sell system. My idea for this system is a system that detects when someone consecutively sells somehow, turns the ball over, or is making selfish plays consecutively. The game calls an automatic timeout in the middle of your rec game or park or whatever game, and it prompts all of the players on that team, hey, would you like to kick insert username? And in the park, if both users say yes, you out of here. In the rec, if you get at least 3 out of 4 of the teammates who say yes, you out of here. Because I am so tired of seeing people come in the rec and try to take 30 shots. And then when you don't let them take 30 shots, they decide, you know what? I'm gonna waste the next 25 minutes of my life making sure you guys don't win because I couldn't shoot the ball 30 times. So yeah, let's get that anti-sell system popping. These dudes need to be in the Mycareer by themselves. And last but not least, my team people out there, I got y'all. I didn't forget about y'all. Leave it the exchange. Now, I'm not saying leave the exchange. We need to leave the exchange as we know it. Maybe I feel this way because I play my team casually throughout the year, but in my experience, the exchange sucks, bro. The exchange is supposed to be 2K's equivalent to squad building challenges in FIFA, but it misses the mark by a lot. And it sucks because this is something I've wanted in my team since I've seen it in FIFA. And with the way that 2K's been giving out 99s and high 90 players for free just for completing challenges or leveling up this year, the exchange should be popping. It should be a great method for people to level up their team and get better players, but it's not. For a lot of people, those cards won't touch their lineups outside of completing their challenges. And they're just gonna sit in our collection collecting dust because they're all unauctionable and you can't even use them in the exchange. But at the same time, there's nothing in the exchange that has any real value. So yeah, leave the exchange with nothing good in it in 2K23. Next year, make that bad boy have some actual usable cards all year. But that's all I got for y'all today, man. I'm sure I've left some things out that should be brought to NBA 2K24 and things that should be left in 2K23. So please, down below in the comments, let me know. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you drop that like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, turn on the bell icon. But I am D Brown Shenhan, and I will catch y'all boys in the next one.